Imagine waking up tomorrow to find your bank account a little heavier. $5,000 heavier, to be exact. This isn't some wild fantasy, it's the real deal. Congress just gave the green light to a massive stimulus package that's sending direct payments to millions of Americans, and the first wave of cash could land in your account in just 3 days. After months of back and forth in Washington, lawmakers finally agreed on this game-changing relief measure, and it's bigger than anything we've seen before. The president's signature is all that's left, and that's expected any hour now. So, what does this mean for you? How can you make sure you don't miss out? Let's break it all down so you're ready to act fast. Picture this: a bill that started as a flicker of hope turned into a full-blown lifeline after weeks of heated debates. Politicians argued over how much to give and who should get it, with early ideas floating around $2,000 or $3,000 per person. But as the economy kept sputtering and people kept calling for help, they landed on a whopping $5,000 per adult. That's a number that stands out, dwarfing past stimulus checks and signaling a serious push to get families back on their feet. It passed both the House and Senate today with a surprising amount of agreement from both sides of the aisle, something we don't see every day. The Treasury's been gearing up behind the scenes, too, promising to start sending money out within 72 hours once the ink's dry on the law. Now, you're probably wondering who gets this cash and how it's going to work. If you're an individual making up to $75,000 a year, you're in line for the full amount. Couples filing taxes together? You're looking at $10,000 total as long as your combined income doesn't top $150,000. Single parents heading households can snag the full $5,000 if they earn $112,500 or less. Beyond those caps, the money starts to shrink as income climbs, up to $100,000 for singles or $200,000 for couples, before phasing out completely. It's a setup meant to zero in on folks who need it most without breaking the bank for the government. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Families with dependents are in for a big boost. For every dependent, whether it's a kid, a college student, or an adult who relies on you, you'll get an extra $1,500. No age limit, no exceptions. So, a couple with 3 kids could see $14,500 roll in. That's a huge shift from past rounds, recognizing that supporting others puts a real strain on household budgets, especially now. The goal here is clear: deliver relief that actually matches the challenges people are facing. Timing's everything with this one. The Treasury and IRS say direct deposits will hit accounts within 3 days for anyone who's got their banking info on file from recent tax returns or earlier stimulus payments. That covers about 70% of people who qualify, so most folks could have cash by the end of the week. If you're waiting on a paper check, those start going out in 2 weeks, with lower-income households getting theirs first. Depending on where you live and how fast the mail moves, it might take a couple extra weeks to arrive. Want to double-check your status or update your details? The IRS is flipping the switch on their Get My Payment tool tomorrow, letting you track everything online and tweak your direct deposit info if needed. Speed matters here. Get on it as soon as you can. Good news on the tax front, too. This money won't come back to haunt you later. It's not income you'll have to report, and it won't mess with your refund or tax bill next year. Think of it as a straight-up gift from Uncle Sam, no strings attached. That's because it's technically an advanced tax credit, built to help you now without adding headaches down the road. For a lot of people, that's a sigh of relief, pure financial breathing room. This package doesn't stop at the basics, either. It's reaching further than past efforts. Adult dependents, like students or disabled relatives, finally get counted for that $1,500 boost, something folks have been begging for since round 1. Mixed-status families, where one spouse isn't a citizen, can qualify too, as long as the other has a social security number. Even non-citizens with work permits and valid SSNs are in the mix. And if you don't file taxes, like retirees or veterans on benefits, you'll still get paid automatically based on what the government already knows. Just watch out if you've got dependents. You might need to jump through a small hoop to claim their share, with more details coming soon. What if your income's shifted since your last tax filing? If it dropped and you'd qualify for more now, file your 2022 taxes ASAP to lock in the bigger payout. If it went up and you're over the limit, don't worry, you won't owe anything back. The rules protect you from having to repay based on old data, which is a smart move for anyone whose life's changed in the last year or two. Why $5,000? Experts say it's about more than just quick cash. The economy's bouncing back on paper, but families are still drowning in debt, facing sky-high rents, and wrestling with prices that won't quit climbing. Smaller checks in the past helped, but they didn't spark the spending needed to keep things rolling. This time, the hope is that $5,000 gives people enough to cover bills, chip away at debt, and maybe even spend a little, boosting businesses and jobs along the way. It's a shot in the arm for Main Street, not just Wall Street. So, what should you do with it? Everyone's situation is different, but the advice out there makes sense. Got credit card debt piling up with crazy interest? Knock some of that out and save yourself money long-term. Want a safety net? Tuck some away for emergencies, especially with the world still feeling shaky. Or maybe you've been putting off a doctor's visit or a leaky roof. Now's the time. The trick is balancing what you need today with what'll keep you steady tomorrow. Some folks might wonder if this will jack up inflation even more. Officials say they've got it covered. Supply chains are smoothing out, and this is a one-time payout, not a spending spree that keeps going. Plus, they've built in ways to tweak other policies if prices start spiking. It's a calculated move. Help now without tanking the future. This whole package is a big deal, no question. It's not just about getting money out the door, it's about giving people a real chance to climb out of the hole. Whether you're catching up on bills, saving for a rainy day, or helping your family breathe easier, it's your call. But you've got to act fast. Check your info, know where you stand, and watch your account. Relief's coming, and it's closer than you think. Stick around for more updates as this rolls out. I'll keep you posted on every twist and turn.